Valentine's Day. It's not for everyone. I found an animal shelter that's helping you celebrate a love in your life or cathartically disposing of one in a legal way. Coming up now on Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency.
Good vibes are on the way.
I love the feel-good stories.
Oh, there'll be sarcasm mixed in, but that just adds to our charm.
So great. I love listening.
Welcome to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency.
Hi, welcome back to Aaron O'Malley's Feel Good Frequency. I'm Aaron. I hope you are having a terrific day. Now, this Saturday, maybe a day you love, maybe a day you can't wait to be over. That would be Valentine's Day. And I saw something on social media that made me laugh out loud, but also is genius in how an animal shelter is celebrating the day and helping you celebrate as well, no matter which way you want to celebrate. And I've got somebody who is extremely knowledgeable about the situation. He happens to be in charge of it all. And I think you're really going to love this chat with Jordan from the Kansas Humane Society. I am speaking with Jordan, who is, now is it the marketing director? Is that your official title?
Director of Communications and Marketing at the Kansas Humane Society.
Thank you for taking time to be on the Feel Good Frequency today.
Thank you for having me.
I came across you and what your Humane Society is doing, just kind of scrolling through social media, trying to find cool, uplifting, different stories around Valentine's Day, because of course that is coming up on Saturday.
Yeah.
And oh my, when I saw yours, I went, I have got to talk to whoever is in charge of this because I love it. So not only do you have something called the Puppygram, but then you have a program called Love Stinks. And
Yes.
I think this is just the kindest way to, I don't want to say get back, but kind of like resolve some unfinished business or feelings about somebody that is not a favorite of yours for Valentine's Day. Would you explain what's going on?
Yeah, so I think it's been very therapeutic for a lot of people. But what it is you pay $5. We put a name of whoever has wronged you, or we don't need to know the details, but we put it in the litter box, and then the cats will take care of the rest of it. My foster kittens over here have done well over 100 names
Wow.
throughout the past 8 days. So yeah, we try to put as many as we possibly can in each litter box just for our sanity. We've had a lot of duplicates, and yeah, it's been just a lot of fun. And
When you say duplicates, do you mean like somebody's that angry with their ex that they're like, I'd like to put Tony in for 10?
yes.
Oh
So
my
we've
God.
had several people do that to a particular ex. We've had numerous names duplicated throughout many people. But yeah, so how this came about, last year, Emma, our social media strategist, suggested it. You were very cute.
I know you have this little kitty that's just pawing at you like, hey, play with me instead.
But yeah, so she came to us with the idea. I believe another shelter had done it, I think the year before, but we took the concept. We kind of did our own spin on it. And yeah, it's been a lot of fun. We've mainly had positive reactions. Few people have called it childish and such, but you know, it raises money for the animals, and that's what we're here to do.
Right. And every single name that is put on a heart that goes in the litter box is $5 more that your shelter is getting.
Yeah, and $5 is just the minimum. Some people have given upwards of that, but as of right now, we had a $5,000 goal. We've already raised $12,500.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding?
So we've had over 1,700 submissions, and some of those have numerous names in them. So I'm not even for sure what the total count is. Emma did, I want to say, like 600 of the hearts. My partner, Maria, helped out with some of the hearts over the weekend. I think I wrote over 1,000 of them. It's been a lot of fun. Every name goes in the litter box. Then we take a photo and we upload it. So yeah, it's been so much fun. And it's just, I think it's been, like I said, therapeutic to some people. Some people put really serious stuff. Some people have obviously been silly. Some people have tried to sneak some stuff past us. We try our best to get everybody in there, but it's been so much fun. And yeah, we've had a lot of one name in particular, but
It's not the same person, is it? Or is it? Is it just like Mike, common name? Or do you just mean like one guy has screwed over so many people that he's been filling your litter boxes?
there's a lot of people very angry at Donald Duck. I'll put it like that.
Oh, Oh, I'm with you now. I was thinking these were like all X's names, but
No.
and that opens a new door, which I think
Yeah.
is also pretty fascinating about what you are doing. Is that I laughed when I saw, hey, do you have not just an ex, but
Yeah.
maybe somebody that's really frustrating you, or maybe a boss or a coworker, and I'm thinking, wow, there are quite a few people that are not in a position of happiness at wherever they're working, or so that's where my mind was going.
Yeah.
I didn't even go to the other door, which things are starting to make a little bit more sense in that direction. I understand
Yeah,
where you're
and
going now.
again, we I don't need to know the reasons why
Nope.
somebody's submitting a name. There's nothing inherently political about a first name, so we're happy to keep including whatever name you'd like to.
Whatever name it is. And you do just do first names, correct?
Yeah, anything that we consider to be a little bit too political, we will just bury a little bit deeper to help obstruct the name, or
Sure.
we've had to contact two people to change theirs. We've had to edit a few just because some words are not as safe.
Shelter friendly.
Earth shelter, yeah, we have kittens here. They're 2 months old.
They don't need to
Uh,
hear these kinds of words. No,
but
no.
like I said, we're trying our best to let people have fun, and it's a fun fundraiser. There's a few people that have gotten a little bit angry about it, but the overwhelming amount of success this has had compared to the few people who have been vocal about it, I think it's been a raging success, and we're hoping to do it again next year. But
And honestly, no matter what you do, somebody is going to find fault with it. I've gotten to that point where I'm like, I'm just doing the best I can in this world. And there are people that don't like Taylor Swift. She could not be a kinder human. She does so much for so many. And there are still people that don't like her. I'm like, I don't have a prayer of getting everybody to like me if Tay Tay can't even do it. So I just sort of let that go. And people are going to believe and think what they want. But there are so many things that I've seen in the past when it comes to Valentine's Day about getting back at your ex, but a lot of them have to do with zoos and places that will feed live cricket with your
yes.
ex's name, or a mouse to a snake, or things like that. And I'm like, no, no, no. I know the circle of life exists. I
Yeah,
just don't want to participate in any of that. But your idea, that's just they have to go to the bathroom anyway. Might as
yeah,
well make it a little more colorful for the
yeah.
Valentine's Day holiday.
Yeah, and you know what? None of them had any problem with it. I think they're more than happy to do it. If anybody is concerned about the cats, all the business is still being done.
You said concerned about the cats. Do they try to eat it before they use the
Oh,
litter
no,
box or something?
we've had a few people that have been concerned about whether or not the cats will actually use the litter box afterwards.
Oh,
They have all been going,
just fine.
yeah. So,
They're like, must
yeah,
be Valentine's Day. Here we go.
yeah.
Just like
I
last year.
remember. I remember last year we cleared it with both our behavior and our clinic teams, so
Sure.
we're all good.
Yeah, you have to get the professionals to
Of
sign off
course.
on it. But now, are these biodegradable pieces of paper, or are
So
you?
so we change litter twice a day, so, no, we just write the names on there and then it gets, flung out after an animal goes to the bathroom.
You got to throw away the litter anyway. So this is
You
all
gotta do
making
it.
sense.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I can't say enough good things. Now, are all of these cats and kittens that are using the litter boxes, are they all up for adoption?
So they either are all available or they will be. Yeah, so these little guys, they still need their surgery, but they'll be getting it, I think, within the next week. They're not available just yet, but they will be soon. Oh, and mom's here too. Hi, mama.
Aw, is that
Um,
spay and neuter surgery that
yes,
you
yes,
mean? Yeah.
yes. For the most part, everybody who has been shown will be at some point. Some are still waiting on behavior evaluations, or some of them are still just waiting on their forever home. But yeah, for the most part, everybody who we've shown has either already been adopted or is available for adoption or will be relatively soon.
See, and that's so great because it not only is bringing money into your shelter, but it's also bringing awareness of these are all the kitties that we have that
Yeah,
need good homes. And so maybe somebody that was on the fence about, oh, I think I'm ready for another animal, checks it out because of this promotion and then ends up with one. That's just the
yeah.
best of everything.
Yeah, I know we've had a lot of people interested in these little guys, so
They're so
um,
cute.
they're I'm sure that they're gonna go as soon as they're made available. But fostering is an awesome thing to do. If any of your listeners or viewers have any interest, hit up your local shelter because it is just an awesome thing. I've been fostering ever since I started here, and yeah, I think I've done over 70
Wow.
in like the past 3 years. So
Here's my big question.
yeah.
Have you had any foster fails? Because I would be nothing but an FF. Foster fail, 100%. I know it.
I haven't had any foster fails. We've adopted two cats from here. But that said, I do know a lot of people who have foster failed just in the shelter, as well as some of our fosters. But we love foster fails. We love shouting them out on social media, and
Yeah.
it's hard not to foster fail. But after your first round of kittens, you're really happy for them to go home. And yeah, it's always hard giving away the first ones, but after that, you just become so happy to see them go.
I can see how that would happen. I just feel like if I started, I'd be that person with the 47 cats, and my husband would be like, "Excuse me, we've got to hold off on this." But I do think that if you're going to fail at anything in life, that's the best thing to fail at.
I would agree. Yeah.
So, what about this puppygram? Can you explain to me what's going on with the puppygram?
That just ended yesterday. You could donate $15 and we would send out a card in your name to whoever you wanted us to send it to. Actually, yesterday we also announced a new fundraiser. It's called Hearts for Homeless Pets. If love stinks isn't your thing and you wanted to still donate for $5, we'll put a Valentine on one of our suites or our condos throughout the adoption floor. And yeah, so all the money goes straight back to the shelter animals. Same with Love Sing, same with puppygrams. Yeah, Hearts for Homeless Pets. You're giving a Valentine to an animal. All the money goes straight back to them and helping us care for them. That's ultimately what we're here to do. And it's also a lot of fun. We started it yesterday. I know we've had numerous people already donate the 200 for every shelter animal to
Oh,
get a Valentine. I know our youth ed director, this was her idea. She had children, local kids in some of our programs working on the Valentines. So it was really sweet to see them work on those. And we still need to get those all posted throughout the shelter, but we're working as fast as we can for all these fundraisers.
that is so beautiful. These are such great ideas. So, do you do something fun and different like this for all the holidays or just certain times of year? Because this is such an out of the box, different idea. I mean, no pun intended with the litter box, but I am so fascinated with it. And it's such a great way to get publicity for the shelter.
This is kind of the only time we've done a fundraiser like this around Valentine's Day. Some of the other holidays can be a little bit harder to market, but everybody has somebody in their life that has wronged them, so that's why we decided to do it around Valentine's Day.
And it's a really healthy way to, share some animosity.
Yeah,
Everybody's got somebody that's wronged them, and you're not doing any harm to anyone by
sure.
just, you know what, this is for this person because of whatever. You don't need to tell us. Just give us the name and at least the $5 donation. And there you go. You're one of hundreds of names going into the box. And that is
Right.
just everybody wins, especially the shelter.
Yeah, especially you guys. Hi, buddy. Yeah.
I'm trying to
Um,
think, I'm like, there's gotta be something that can be done around one of my favorite holidays, St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patty's. I think we just do a general fundraiser, but we've been trying to find fun things to do around every year. If you have any ideas, feel free to shout them out on social media or something
Yes,
like
I will. I'm gonna sleep on this and think about it because I'm like, there's gotta be other things that you could tie in to make it just something different for every major holiday, or at least a couple times a year, because
yeah.
what a fun idea this is. You guys are genius. And I was reading all about the Humane Society there, and you have been around, I mean, clearly not you, but
Yeah,
the Kansas Humane Society has been in operation since 1888?
that's correct. Yeah.
Wow!
So we started as an equine rescue, a horse rescue, and as horses became less and less common, we kind of shifted our focus to domesticated animals, whether that's cats, dogs, small mammals, rabbits, rats, guinea pigs. But yeah, so you kind of have to change with the times, and that's what we did. And 2009 came around, we opened the Murfin Animal Care Campus with Wichita Animal Services. So we're one of a handful of shelters that operates like kind of split down the middle. WAS takes care of all the lost and stray animals. We take in all the owner surrenders, and we also evaluate all their animals as well and provide medical care services. Look for the ones that we believe would be good adoption candidates. But yeah, we're doing our best to help as many animals as we possibly can. Every little bit helps. Every foster not only helps 1 to 5 animals or however many, but it also opens up a space in our shelters. So that's why we've been pushing fostering so heavy for the past few months. We really need adult dog fosters. So if anybody in the Wichita area has space, even just like a bathroom, that's how, my partner and I did it when we were fostering a few kittens in our apartment. they have gone on to live really, really happy lives. And
Oh, I love that.
yeah, anybody is out there has the time, or even just the space to foster, it's an incredible thing to do. You get to watch these little guys grow up or heal or become more social. It's such an awesome thing to do. So if I could say one thing, just foster. If you can't foster, donate or volunteer your time. There's numerous ways to help out, not only us, any shelter that may be close to you.
Yeah, I love that, and it's absolutely so true, and to see animals just so many of them I've found come out of their shells
Yeah,
when they are fostered, and you can really see their personality. So many
yeah,
people will go to a shelter and, "Oh, that dog's kind of in the corner and isn't coming over. Maybe that dog's not social enough for us." Well, take the dog out of the
yeah,
kennel and
yeah.
spend some time with the dog and see because, that can't be an easy situation to be in. No matter how great they're
No,
treated at the shelter, it's still gotta be a little scary. So
it's
see what
yeah,
they're like when they're out and they're with you and you can find one that you connect with. Sometimes you find a couple that you connect with, but
of
that's what
course.
makes all the difference. And you're right, fostering is such a big deal and it
Yeah.
really can bring out their personalities.
Yeah, and it also, helps save lives, and so, yeah, I'm gonna keep fostering for as long as I possibly can, but I would encourage anybody else to do the same. Again, if you can't do that, just share a story on social media or donate your time or your money or do anything you can to help out these animals because they are my favorite part of every day, and
They're precious. Look at those little kitties and the little meows are so
yeah.
cute. Oh my gosh, they're adorable.
Yeah.
You are definitely in the right career. You can hear in your voice the joy of these animals and what they bring you.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, every day is something new, but the animals are pretty consistent, and you just grow to love them so much, and you're always happy to see them leave and get to their next chapter in life. So
It must be really cool when you get cards and pictures and things from people who have adopted from
yeah,
the shelter and "Oh my gosh, that little guy's having a great life now."
yeah. So that's what all these are. Some are just cards, but yeah, we got numerous letters from different people. Some that were really special to me. Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I can see all those cards and letters in the
yeah,
background. That's so nice.
yeah.
How rewarding. Oh,
Every day is something different, but it is always worth it. I always tell people you're not going to get rich working at a nonprofit or at an animal shelter. There's not a lot of money to be made. We lose money on the bulk of our adoptions. So it's kind of funny whenever somebody's mad about a higher adoption fee. But yeah, we are just here to help animals. And so it takes a really special person to work at a shelter. We have a lot of really special people here. Yeah, shout out to the entire team, whether that's intake, rescue, adoptions, clinic, animal care, development. That's where I work. So every person has a job to do. And when you don't do that job, things start getting screwed up. So shout out to everybody who has been doing such a fantastic job. And we hope to, continue making 2026 a success. And this fundraiser has been a huge success. So
oh, yeah. This is a great way to start.
yeah, hoping that continues throughout the rest of the year.
Well,
And
obviously, you've got a great team because you're doing wonderful things, and I love the enthusiasm. It makes me
oh,
wish I was in Kansas, actually, because
also,
I'd be there.
this is our 30th anniversary of Woodstock this year. It's an annual event we've been doing for 30 years. We're hoping to raise $300,000 this year. I don't know how many of your listeners are in Wichita, but if anybody wants to support that, the link should be up soon.
Wait, tell me about that. Is it a concert? What is it?
So Woodstock, it's a day for the dogs. So we have a lot of vendors, we have food, we have a stage out there where musicians can play. It's a really, really fun time. So it's become one of the biggest dog festivals in the Midwest. We're trying to make this year particularly special. The fundraising goal has climbed significantly. So we're hoping that sponsors, donators will help with that. It's truly one of the best days of the year for all of us here at KHS. And so, yeah, it's so much fun. I love seeing all the animals. I particularly have a really soft spot for the golden retrievers.
Oh, I love
But
them.
yeah, every time I've seen numerous alumni. We had a really special pity whose name I cannot remember right now, but we just when she saw me, you see the tail just wagging, wagging,
Oh,
wagging, and I was like, "Do you recognize me? Because I remember you." I sat down. She jumped in my lap, and then we kind
oh.
of just fell on the ground, and it was like seeing an old friend. So yeah, we love Woodstock. We love seeing all the alumni there. We closed down the shelter for it.
So is it in Wichita in the summer?
October 3rd will be this year. If you're in the Kansas area, feel free to come down that day because it is so much fun.
It sounds like a fantastic road trip might be in my future because that sounds so fun.
Do you have pets? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I do. We have 2 dogs, and now my husband always makes fun of me for this, but I'm dying to have a pet raccoon. I know that they're
Yeah,
always like places that take them in when something happens to their mom or whatever.
yeah, yeah.
I love
Yep.
the trash pandas. I love them. They're
Oh,
so freaking great.
they're so mischievous, but I love. Yeah, I'm with you. I've always wanted one, especially ever since Guardians of the Galaxy, which is not the best
Yes.
reason to have a raccoon.
No, but I
Um,
have him on the back of my car. I have a picture of him from Guardians of the
oh, I
Galaxy.
love that.
He's so
Oh,
great.
we're gonna be best friends by the end of
I'm
this.
like, we love this. This is so great. Oh my gosh. Before I forget to ask this, how can people find you? What is the social media, your website, that kind of thing?
Yeah, so all of our social media is at KS Humane Society, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. So everything is KS Humane Society. Our website is kshumane.org. So you can find out more about events, about donating, about fostering, spay neuter surgeries. We also do that in our KHS surgical clinic. We recently opened a new community clinic to help with low cost preventative care. We're not only here to help the pets in our care, we're also here to help our community's pets. And so when I say that KHS is a community resource, that's for everything. And so we're trying to do the best we can with the limited resources we have. But right now, staffing is going really good in terms of our medical team. And so we were able to open up those avenues and up our public spay neuter surgeries, as well as start doing those community clinics. We also do free microchip and vaccine clinics for,
Wow.
I want to say, like up to 200 animals every quarter. I believe we're still the largest in Kansas.
Mhm.
Last year, we adopted out 5,400 plus animals.
Oh,
So, yeah,
that just warms my heart.
yeah, yeah. And so we're doing the best we can with what we have, and we're hoping to just continue to get better and better.
Well, I see that absolutely happening. And you've got roots like no other place I've known. 1888 is a pretty great starting point.
Yeah, it's been a long road coming since then, but I don't have a concrete number for how many animals we've helped over the years. But I know that, I'm doing my part, and every person on staff here, yeah, like I said, nobody is out here getting rich off these animals. We're just here trying to help as best we can. And shout out to everybody who helps.
Absolutely. Shout out to all of you. You are the good humans, and I am so thankful to speak to one of your representatives, meaning you. So thank you, Jordan. You are such a joy. I so appreciate your time.
I appreciate you as well.
I'm sorry. I love stinks. That's fantastic. If you are in a place in your life right now where that's kind of how you feel, love just stinks, and I'm never going to find somebody that's decent and kind to me, let me tell you a little story. So I used to love Valentine's Day as a kid. I thought it was so fun to give out Valentines. And I remember in high school, you used to send friends carnations. And that was the biggest deal to walk into your homeroom and find carnations on your desk, yada, yada. So then I go to college, and my first boyfriend in college, my freshman year, I'm not even going to say his name because, he's not worth it. I have Valentine's Day with him. And when I say like he gave you anything a girl would want for Valentine's Day, I got flowers and chocolates. We spent most of the day together. It was just a really nice visit, nice time, great memory for Valentine's Day. And he lived with a bunch of guys in a house, and those guys were all going out that night to a local bar called Tim's. Shout out University of Dayton, Timothy's. And I was like, why don't you just go with them? Because I had a major exam the next day. I had tons of studying to do. And I said, we had a great day. There's no reason you shouldn't go out with your friends. Just go. It's all good. So he did. And then fast forward a couple weeks later, the girl that lived next to me in my dorm, she and I were going to the late mass on, we called it the last chance mass. It was like a Sunday night at 10 or something. Anyway, we're walking over, and I start talking about him. And she goes, oh, you're still with him? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, oh, I did not know that. And we changed the subject. I just figured she didn't like him. So we go to church, and I don't know if that Catholic guilt thing started eating at her or what. But on our way back to the dorm, she said, I got to tell you something. I can't take it. It's driving me crazy. And I said, okay. And she goes, um, on Valentine's Day, he was at Tim's and started hitting on my best friend who happens to go to nursing school. She doesn't go to our university, but I asked him, wait, I thought you were with Aaron. And he said, oh, no, we just broke up today. We decided to see other people. It's all good. No, we didn't. So, needless to say, I ended up breaking up with him, and I didn't really care for Valentine's Day a whole bunch after that. Like, really? You cheated on Valentine's Day? You couldn't even wait till the 15th, but whatever. Now, let's fast forward a bit. I had a kind of a crazy dating life in general, and we'll get into that at some other time, but trust me, I've got stories for you, friends. And then I met my husband, and we actually got married on Valentine's Day. Beautiful beach in the Maya Riviera. And this Saturday is our 15th wedding anniversary on Valentine's Day. So things can turn around. I actually saw a story not too long ago about a couple in their early 80s who were just getting married. They had never been married before. They met, they fell in love, and they ended up getting married in their early 80s. And I'm thinking, well, here's one marriage conversation they don't have to worry about. Whether or not they're going to have kids, that's obviously off the table. But I'm just saying, it is never too late. Don't give up on it. It's worth the struggle to get to the good part, trust me. And, even when you get there with the right person, you're still going to have days that aren't all fairy tales. So get that part out of your head and don't give up because you're worth it. You're worth love. You're worth happiness, no matter what any ex might have told you. Thanks for joining me. I so appreciate you being here. If you're enjoying the frequency, tell some friends about it, family, ask them to be part of it because the more the merrier. And really, that's why I wanted to do this because we need more happy in our lives. We could all use a little more of that. Thanks for joining me. See you next week. Bye. Happy Valentine's Day. Can I say that? Okay. Bye.